Hi, I want to talk a little bit in today's video about this concept of regeneration and how it applies to healing on many levels, from the level of the body-mind approach to healing to more physical medicine approaches to healing, to ecological and land-based systems, as well as social and cultural systems, and really the various forms of life, from the most from the most minute, you could say, like a cell inside a human body, to the cosmic. I found it really useful to differentiate about regenerative medicine when studying, people who hold conferences on the subject. And one of the things that was really useful for me was hearing this differentiation where, for example, conventional medicine focuses on treating symptoms. It's managing symptoms. And within managing symptoms, you can either use an approach that uses drugs, pharmaceuticals like chemicals, or you can use an approach that uses nutraceuticals or natural remedies, which of course are going to be healthier. But there's a similar paradigm there, and that even though it's a healthier or natural medicine being utilized, it's still like a targeting the symptom approach, which is useful for sure in certain contexts. But I am someone who tends to really enjoy the deeper root cause and foundational approaches that really shift whole systems. And so regenerative medicine is really that. It is a system in which nothing is seen as a random erroneous error. In other words, symptoms that come up are like messages that are signaling something that, if you know how to read patterns, you can actually understand what's going out of sync or out of alignment in a large system, kind of like the change oil light coming on in your car. You wouldn't just want to turn that off and make it go away and be like, okay, we're all better now. You would be curious why it's coming on. Is there something deeper that needs addressing? And how can I see that warning sign coming on as a useful piece of information? So I really like that distinction in the world of medicine, and definitely it was regenerative medicine that made the difference for me in getting my life back and feeling more and more normal and capable to live life again when I wasn't sure whether I would be bedbound and disabled and just degenerating for the rest of my life. So I'm really grateful to have had the experience to actually put the practices of regeneration into my lifestyle, into my nutrition, into my choice of practitioners to support me, to support my body, to support my my nervous system, my thinking, and my spiritual path. But I wanted to bring in this idea of regeneration as well as it applies to organic intelligence, and it applies to therapy or getting support in growing and in coaching. And this is something that's really unique and distinct about, when you're looking for somebody to hold space for you in your life. I'm really of the mindset that each of our intuitive systems are extremely wise and unique, and we each need different practitioners or different techniques to sort of support our health and well-being and our journey. So nothing is one size fits all, but there are certain paradigms that make it more likely for us to have success, and that also have space for more nuance and complexity to be able to address the differences in each unique individual that really are not like cookie cutter or mechanistic, but that really are organic and designed to be flexible and modulate the approach in accordance with what a person is presenting. And even the same person can benefit from these approaches over time as their needs change, because the therapies that are truly systems based can follow a person through their stages of evolution. Instead of kind of just like, okay, I can help you with this, and now you need to move on to something else. Now, that's always going to be the case because life is always changing. But what I appreciate so much about the regenerative approach and the systems-based paradigm in terms of working with practitioners or getting support in one's life that does follow under that model, it's much more likely for you to have a sustainable, lasting relationship under that approach that can actually follow you through the ups and downs of your journey. So, what can I share today? I think one piece that I'll leave you with, because I could go on about this for quite a long time, but something maybe just to ponder and let land a little deeper in your nervous system, as a way of approaching your outlook on life that could be useful from this paradigm, this regenerative paradigm, is to think about whatever might be showing up in your life. And maybe you're having a challenge in one of your relationships. Maybe you're having some health issues. Maybe you're having certain thinking patterns or doubt patterns that are stuck and showing up in a particular way. Maybe you're having interesting, unexpected events show up. I don't know, whatever it might be. How might it feel for you if you were to take the perspective that whatever that is a signal that has some wisdom in it for you? Whether it's small and seemingly benign or really big, and whether it's bringing a joyful experience or whether it's bringing a challenging one, that there is some kind of wisdom in there that has a useful and perhaps even benevolent intention, even if it's uncomfortable, that is actually pointing to a way that you can clarify your vision of yourself, your life, your alignment. And if you're really feeling curious to take it a step further, you might even ask the question or journal on the question or meditate on the question of how that information that is useful is asking you to respond, in a new, non-habituated way, or maybe to choose to not respond to something that you have like chronically been reactively or compulsively responding or doing something toward. So just kind of giving that pause, seeing any and all things that come into life as a wise message, bringing you a message, and being curious how you could use your agency and your state of choiceful power to respond to whatever that signal might be in a new, fresh way that's really coming from this curiosity about the wisdom in the symptom or the message in your life. Okay, that's it for now. If you'd like to go deeper and experience some regenerative healing for your nervous system, feel free to reach out to me at enteringstream.com.